The PDC Pro darts players have to do a lot of traveling over the course of the season, visiting various cities in several countries. The best players play in events in the Euro Tour, World Series and Premier League, which force them to live out of suitcases. However, when flying, the players are not allowed to take their darts in their hand luggage, and instead have to put them in their checked luggage. This can result in problems when the luggage of the players is lost or delayed, as they often only feel comfortable throwing with their own set of darts that they have practiced with. Today we are going to be looking at the times in which the pros have had luggage issues, or other issues which have resulted in them having to borrow another set of darts. Back in 2016, Chris Dobey qualified for the European Championship via the European Tour Order of Merit for the first time in his career, despite playing in just 5 of the 10 European Tour events during the year. The tournament took place in Hasselt, Belgium, and Dobey was scheduled to play Joe Cullen in the third game of the early Friday afternoon session. However, on the day before the event, Dobey tweeted announcing that he had not received his luggage on arrival in Belgium. The day of the game came, and he still hadn't got his luggage, which included his darts case and shirt. He was forced to borrow a full set of darts, including flights, from Michael Smith, as well as a shirt from James Richardson. Dobey initially performed well using the darts, and he won the first leg of the game with a 117 finish. However, he lost the next 4 legs and eventually lost 6-2. Dobey averaged just 84 during the game. Dobey eventually got his luggage, it's just a shame it arrived 3 days late. Peter Wright suffered the same fate at the 2017 Dutch Darts Masters, a European Tour event which took place at the MEEC Event Center in Maastricht, Netherlands. Wright got a Eurowings flight from London to Cologne on his way to the tournament. However, after his flight, which was delayed, he did not receive his luggage. This meant that Wright was left without his darts, colorful shirt and trousers and hair product ahead of his opening game against Jim Walker. However, Wright was able to buy his own souvenir wig from the merchandise stand at the venue. He was also able to buy his replica shirt from the same stand. However, he was forced to borrow some darts from Simon Whitlock, which he used throughout the game. The match went down to a sudden death leg, and Walker missed a dart at the bull to beat Wright. Wright then hit double 4 using the Whitlock darts to win and go through to the next round. He averaged just 87 during the game. Wright got a set of his own darts for the next round, and went on to reach the semi-finals of a tournament which he so nearly exited due to a luggage issue. Wright also lost his luggage ahead of the 2018 German Darts Grand Prix, which took place at Zenith in Munich. He got his darts, which were 3 grams lighter than the ones that he had been practicing with, just 15 minutes before his match with Josh Payne. He also didn't have his normal hair paint, so he was forced to just make it stick up. Wright was able to beat Payne, and he went on to reach the final of the event, which he lost to MVG. Joe Cullen did not receive his luggage ahead of the 2019 International Darts Open Euro Tour event in Riese, Germany. This meant that Cullen was left without his darts, shirt or shoes ahead of his opening game against Davy van Balen. Cullen was given special permission to play in his trainers, and had to buy his shirt and a random set of darts from the merchandise stand in the venue. Cullen hit a brilliant 132 checkout during the game, which went to a sudden death leg. Cullen won the match 6-5 and managed to average 10 points higher than his opponent, despite using darts which he had never thrown before. Cullen got his shoes, shirt and darts back for his next game against Rob Cross, but he was whitewashed. Michael Rastovitz lost his luggage ahead of the 2018 UK Open, which was affected by heavy snow. Rastovitz had to borrow darts from Dave Chisnall to take on Simon Tate in his first game, which he managed to win, despite averaging just over 80. He then reached the third round, where he was beaten by Corey Cadby after receiving a bye. Raymond van Barneveld was also nearly affected by a luggage issue last year, after KLM lost his bag ahead of some Players' Championship events. However, Target, who are based in the UK, were able to get him a brand new set of darts, flights, and a shirt on the same day. He eventually got his bag 2 days late. But it is not always the fault of airlines or airports which force darts players to have to borrow darts from others. At the 2022 US Darts Masters, which took place in the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Gardens, Gary Anderson had to borrow darts after he lost his set in his hotel room. Anderson began his game against Matt Campbell using Johnny Clayton's darts, which he said he practiced well with, but eventually switched to using a set of Peter Wright's darts, which he said flew better during the game. He managed to win this game 6-3, but he averaged just 87. Anderson got a set of his own darts for the following round, where he improved his average but lost to Michael Smith. Sometimes it is not the players losing their darts, it is them breaking them. One of the most bizarre moments in the 30-year history of the PDC World Championship happened back in 2013, when Justin Pipe took on Mark Walsh in what seemed like an ordinary second-round tie. However, when Walsh was leading 3-1 in a first-to-4 set game, Pipe snapped a stem in one of his darts, meaning that he could no longer use the set. But this happened on a day when he forgot to bring his backup set. Pipe gave his darts to Rod Harrington, who was backstage, in an attempt to fix them. However, the game had to continue, and so Pipe asked Walsh if he could use his spare set. In a great act of sportsmanship, Walsh allowed his opponent to use his other set. Then for a few legs, Pipe used 2 of his own darts and 1 of Walsh's. Pipe then hit double 10 using 1 of his own darts to win the leg, and he instantly held his hand up to apologize. In the following leg, Pipe was on for a 180 after hitting 2 treble 20s with his darts, but then put Walsh's one far away. Harrington eventually managed to fix Pipe's dart, but Justin went on to lose the game 4-2 despite averaging more than Walsh. Earlier this year, Ryan Meikle left his own suitcase at Amsterdam Airport by mistake ahead of a Euro Tour event, and had to travel 3 hours back to get it.